The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 33, here's second down and 8. Here's Howell to throw on second down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. Now he's free at the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So first and 10 now from the 30. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Now Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Madison running on first down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll pitch it out to Madison. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to put an old Smokey in the Bandit look. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on third down here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Final play of the half. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run with Madison, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Last play, they got stuffed in the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwagu. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 27. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Hal. Samuel bringing in the slant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hal throwing on first down here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lewisine. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand. Third and long, here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Foul to the air on first and 10. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Gibson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his numbers of ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gets this out quickly to Dodson.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A toss left side for Gibson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
From the gun on third down, Howell.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madden. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. In these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now here is another interception. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Throwing here, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Here's 1st and 10. Howell to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, They want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Williams.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you that
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
a lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here's 2nd down. Howell, another throw on 2nd down.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Now Howell.
He's got it. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Cousins to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.